Hi sewists and aspiring sewists, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doyen, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beautiful pinafore dress. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then you want to keep watching this video. Now for this tutorial of how I was able to make this turtleneck top, the link is on my description box, so you might want to check to see how I was able to achieve this. So let's get right into the main reason why I'm making this video. So for this tutorial, one major material I'm going to be using is this tiny face corduroy fabric. I'm going to be using it for this tutorial. I'm going to be using about 1.5 yards for this tutorial. You can actually use 1 yard, but it depends on how short you want it to be, but I'm using 1.5 yards just to be on the safer side. So this is it. This is how it looks like. So the first thing I did here was to lay my fabrics on fold. So I have the front bodice on the back bodice. Now I have the back bodice higher than the front bodice. Just as you can see here, the front bodice is the back bodice is higher by 1.5 inches. Just as you can see here, it's higher than 1.5 inches. Now I'm going to label the front as the front bodice just to differentiate between the front and back. So on my front bodice, I'm going to leave 8 inches allowance above, which is going to serve as my shoulder strap allowance, which is what you can see here. So from those 8 inches, I'm going to measure my length. So for my length here, I'm going to be making use of 39 inches here. So I'm going to leave 8 inches allowance above, and from that 8 inches, I'm also going to measure my 39 inches, which is what you can see here. Now I'm also going to be adding my folding allowance, which is 1.5. so that's going to make it 40.5 in total. So I'm going to mark 40.5 across my fabric, just as you can see me do right here. So after that, I'm going to cut out the excess we have right here. Now back to the upper part of my pinafore. From the center point of my pinafore, the front bodice, I'm going to come out by 4 inches, which is what you can see me point out here. So I'm going to mark 4 inches at this upper part of my front bodice. Then from that upper part, I'm going to come down by 10 inches, just like I'm measuring my armhole. I'm going to mark 10 inches downward. I'm going to mark a point 10 inches, just as you can see right here. So to determine the circumference measurement of this point, I'm going to be using my bust measurement. So for my bust, I have 34 inches here. Dividing that into 2, I'm going to divide 34 into 4 places. Into 4, that's going to give me 8.5. so what we have here is 8.5. You can use your calculator to also confirm that. You divide your bust by 4, and that's going to give you what you need for this measurement. So I have 8.5 here, and I'm going to add half-inch allowance to serve as my seam allowance. So in total, I'm going to be making use of 9 inches for this particular point. So as you can see me point out here, I'm going to mark 9 inches here. So back to the downside of my pinafore, I'm going to be making use of my hips measurement as a standard here, just because I want it to be free at the downside as well. So I have 36 inches as my hip measurement. So I'm going to be adding 10 inches to my 36 inches. So depending on what hip you have, you can add 10 inches to it, just to make the downside of your pinafore free, because you don't want something that is tight for you and won't make you work, you understand? So I'm going to add 10 inches to this, then divide it by 4, and that's going to give me 11.5. That's going to give me 46 inches in total. 36 plus 10 is 46 inches in total. Then dividing that into 4, that's going to give me 11.5. So I'm going to measure 11.5 here. Adding half-inch allowance for seam is going to give me 12 inches in total. So I'm going to mark my 12 inches here, and I'm also going to go to my hip area. So for my hip area, I'm going to measure my hip length. So leaving 8 inches above as well, I'm going to go ahead to measure my hip length. So for my hip length, I'm making use of 23 inches. So I'm going to mark that point. Now this is actually not really necessary, but it is just to give your pinafore a perfect fitting. So I'm going to measure my hip. My hip is 36 divided by 4, that's going to give me 9. So I'm going to add extra 1 inch allowance for ease, which is 10. So that's going to give me 10. So I'm going to add half-inch allowance to my 10 inches. That's going to give me 10.5. So this is 9 inches, this is 10 inches, this is 10.5. I hope this is clear to us. So now the next thing I'm going to do now will be to form a shape around my armhole. So after merging this point, the next thing I'm going to do will be to merge the point from my bust to my hip to the downside of my pinafore, following the allowance, the mark we already initiated. So I'm going to be using my French ruler to connect these lines together, and then we have a slanted line for our pinafore. So this is what it looks like after tracing the line. So the next thing I'm going to do will be to cut out what I have here. So next I'm going to shaping this part of my pinafore because it has a design there. So I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches here. I'm going to mark the 1.5 point. Then for the width, I'm going to come out by 2.5. So from this point, I'm going to form a round shape, just like what you can see here, to give it a round neck shape. So the next thing I'm going to do here will be to cut out the shape, this neckline shape. So whatever allowance is left here will determine what width we're going to be using for our shoulder strap. So spreading out my front bodice, this is what it looks like. So this is what we are working with. This is where the strap will be, and this is the neckline we just carved. So what I have here is a fabric for my strap. So the length is 17 inches and the width is 4 inches. So I'm going to be slashing this into 2 pieces because we'll be needing 2 of this. So I'm going to be slashing it. So by the time I'm folding it into 2, the width of each of them will be 2 inches. So when I fold it like this, what we should have as the width will be 2 inches, and by the time I sew and everything, we should have about 1.5 inches allowance as the width of our strap. So the pieces I have here is for my front pocket. So I made use of 7.5 inches as the length measurement, while for the width I made use of 6.5 inches as my width measurement, which is what you can see me do right here. So after making this point, the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to cut out this piece that I have right here. Next again will be the facing of the upper part of my pinafore, that's the neckline area. So for this, I'm going to measure 5 inches as the length. I'm cutting 2 pieces of this, so I'm going to measure 5 inches all round, and I'm going to be cutting out whatever I have here. So I'm going to pick out one of my facing for the front bodies, and I'm going to be placing my front bodies on the facing, making sure that the folded area is aligning together, and I'm going to be tracing out what I have at this top part of my pinafore, which includes the neck area and the side of my pinafore. I'm going to trace it, then I'm also going to shaping it to be equal with what I have on my pinafore. So this is what it looks like after that. This is exactly what it looks like. So I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the back bodies of my pinafore as well. So I'm going to reduce the back side of my pinafore by 1 inch allowance. So from this point, I'm going to make a reduction from here, and I'm going to merge my lines to meet with that point because it's going to be a little different from the front bodies. So after this, the next thing will be to cut out my facing. So I'm also going to repeat the same process on this particular one as well. I'm going to make sure that I am cutting exactly what is there. So this is what it looks like. So the next thing that we're going to be doing now will be to couple everything together, and then we'll proceed to the sewing machine. So the first thing I'm going to start with to be the shoulder strap. So I'm going to be sewing these 2 pieces, and I'm going to be turning it out to the right part. So once I'm done sewing it, I'm going to use my scissors or any sharp object to turn it to the right side. So this is what it looks like after sewing. After turning to the right side, this is what it looks like. So next, I'm going to work on my interfacing. So the first step here will be to sew the downside of my interface. I'm going to repeat the same step on the other interface as well. The next thing you want to do here is to sew your interface. So you're going to be placing your interface on the right side of your front bodies, and you're going to be sewing around the neckline. So that's what I'm going to be doing right away. So after that, you're going to just carefully trim your neckline and sewing allowance a bit, just to make your neckline properly laid. So once you're done with that, you're going to move to the next stage. So the next thing to do here will be to seal the sides of this particular area, then seal the upper part. So I'm going to be sealing the sides of my facing, and I'm going to make sure that it is a little above 0.5 because of my folding allowance. So it will be like 0.75. So I'm going to sew this part, then sew on the upper part as well, because I'm making sure that I'm sealing every area of my interface. So I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after that, I'm going to turn this over to the right side, just as you can see me do in this video. So once I'm done, this is what it looks like. Next thing I'm going to do is to pin this down. So from this point, I'm going to fold my fabric like this, and I'm going to be sewing from that starting point. I'm going to sew a tiny stitch around that area downward. I'm also going to repeat the same process on this other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So at this point, you can decide to iron this part we just finished sewing. Next, we're going to be coupling our back bodice interface, and to achieve this, we're going to be adding the strap to it. Now for the strap, we're going to be leaving 1 inch allowance before adding the strap, and also repeat the same process on the other side of the strap as well. A quick recap: you are going to measure 1 inch on this side, then measure 1 inch on the other side as well, just as you can see me illustrate in this video. So I'm going to be placing the interface on this like this. Next, I'm going to carefully pin this down to avoid any form of alternation. So I'm going to carefully pin this stripe down, then pin the other stripe down as well. After this, I'm going to pick my sewing from this part. Remember, it has to be more than 0.5 so that you can have enough allowance to fold. So at this point, I'm going to be sewing closely to where my strap is. Then I'm also going to sew across this part, then also sew immediately after where my strap is. I hope this is clear. Now remember, we are also maintaining the same sewing allowance so that we have enough to fold eventually. So at this point, you can trim a little from the upper part of your interface just to flatten the interface, then you turn over to the right side, just like I'm doing in this video. Now for my first strap, I was able to sew closely to the strap, but for the second one, there's a little more allowance, so I'm going to make sure that I sew closely to the strap to avoid that bulging area. So I'm going to go ahead to sew again. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So you can see that we have exactly what we need. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to sew the side, the armhole area of my back bodice. So I'm going to start by folding this area, and I'm going to be sewing from the top of my back body, just like I did for the front side. I'm going to be sewing from this part of my pinafore, and I'm going to be sewing downwards. So the reason why we left more than 0.5 inches as our sewing allowance is so that we have enough to be able to fold at this point. So I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. This is how it is looking like. So next, I'm going to work on my pocket. Then I'm going to sew the upper part of my pocket, and I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now will be to place this on the front bodies of my pinafore. So from the front bodies of my pinafore, I'm going to come up by 8 inches, and I'm going to measure my hip length measurement. So for my hip length for measurement, where my pocket is going to be starting from, I'm going to measure 24 inches. So my pocket is going to be placed on this 24 inches. That's going to be where the starting point will be. So after notching that point of my hip length, I'm going to spread the front bodies of my pinafore just like this. Then from this point, I'm going to take my tape rule, and I'm going to measure 3.5 from this point. So I'm going to mark my 3.5 here, just as you can see me do here. Then on the other side as well, where I notched, I'm also going to come in by 3.5. So this notch area is serving as my hip length measurement. I hope this is clear. So now I'm going to place my pocket on this part. So now to confirm again, you can see that what I have here is 24 inches, leaving 8 inches above. Then what I have here is 24 inches. I hope this is clear. So now I'm going to pick my pocket and attach it to this measurement we've made. So for my pocket on both sides, I already added half-inch allowance for folding. So I'm going to be folding each of my pockets at the side by just half-inch allowance. So I'm going to just pin this down to secure my point so that there will be no form of alternation. And I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Then I sew on the different corners of my pockets by just half of an inch. I hope this is clear. So after attaching my pocket, this is what it looks like. You can try to make yours bigger than this or longer than this, depending on your choice, but this is the standard measurement. So what I have here is equal to 6 inches width, 6 inches length and 5 inches width. So after this, next thing I'm going to do is to place my back bodies on my front bodies, and I'm going to be joining the sides together. Now I'm going to be picking the joining from this part, this armhole area of my pinafore, just as you can see me illustrate right there. So I'm going to be sewing on this part of my pinafore. I'm going to sew straight down, and I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing will be to sew the downside, to hem the downside of my pinafore dress. And you know, we left 1.5 inches allowance, so I'm going to be folding with that allowance. So after hemming the downside, this is what it looks like. So we are practically done with this pinafore. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to secure the upper part of our pinafore. Now this part is going to be having a button. We're going to be fixing a button here, and we're also going to be running a button hose around here. So the button hose is going to be on the strap. So to determine this, just make sure that the button hose, you're maintaining your 8 inches allowance before the button hose, before the point where the button hose is going to be, so that you are able to secure your actual measurement. So after fixing my button hose, I did that by hemming the button hose. So after I did that, I also added my button. So after fixing everything, this is what it looks like. This is how it is looking like. So you can just properly iron it, and you would have a beautiful look. So if you watched this video to this point, this has been saying thank you so much for always supporting me. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. Please kindly comment, like and share this particular video, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, what are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye.